Hey, water signs, what's going on? Here's a little love special that I decided to do for you guys. This reading is actually for Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, which also includes Sun, Moon, Rising, and we're going to also include Venus since it is a love reading. You may also want to cross-watch you and your partner's other signs, maybe to get a more of a clearer picture for your guys' self. This spread is designed, to maybe peer into your guys' relationship and to maybe see the dynamics and also to maybe see, where things are headed or maybe where they're going or what just the current energy is. That's basically the point of this spread here, okay? Also, see the description box for a link there to the website to book private readings so we can go ahead and maybe delve more into your guys' unique situation in terms of what's in the relationship, in terms of what's going on. Okay, I've already pre-show for the deck and focused on your guys' energy as a collective. So, okay, let's bless the deck and let's get started. Guardian angels of love and light, ancestors lost and known in the seas of time, please intercede this reading to provide Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio with the clarity and direction as to which he or she seeks, and please grant me, the reader, the objectivity to read the cards and relay every single message as they're meant and intended to be. Okay, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So this top row right here is your partner's energy. This bottom row here is your energy. This card right here is your partner's current energy. Here's your current energy. What's your guys' energy together? So right here is what your partner wants from you. And this bottom card here is what you want from your partner. This card here is basically the current illusions within the relationship or illusion based upon your guys' wants. This card here is what can help your partner right now in terms of moving forward with the relationship. This card here is what can help you in terms of moving forward with the relationship. This card here is basically the hidden agenda, maybe between moving forward, you guys. And this card here is what you are projecting onto your partner. I'm sorry, this card here is what your partner is projecting onto you. I apologize. And then this card here is what you are projecting onto your partner. And the bottom of the deck is the current energy in terms of how you guys come into the actual reading, okay? Which is the Nine of Wands. Maybe could possibly be dealing maybe with an Aries specifically. Also maybe a Sagittarius. I can also see that maybe you may be dealing with another water sign, so Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Or possibly can be dealing with an earth sign. So that's going to be Capricorn, Virgo, or a Taurus. So let's see here. Current energy that you guys are bringing into the reading is the Nine of Wands reverse. So when I see this card, I'm automatically picking up on maybe fear of maybe a commitment, I feel. And also maybe fear because of it, or maybe being extra paranoid, or maybe just kind of looking at the relationship like how you guys have come, how far you've come, and maybe feeling like wanting to give up because maybe you guys are on two different kind of platforms right now. That's what I'm initially feeling. Okay, just get this ready here for you. Okay, so for what your partner's current energy is, they got the Prince of Wands upright, and then you got the Queen of Swords reverse. So when I see that, my initial kind of inclination is maybe your partner is also maybe really craving to move forward within the relationship. I feel like they want to manifest some of their ideas and kind of what they want to do. And I feel like right now maybe in the beginning stages right now of how they maybe want to do this and how they want to manifest it, but it does seem positive. It doesn't seem negative at all. It seems like it's actually a good thing. Like they're really just trying to maybe bring you guys into a better situation. But I feel like they're kind of maybe in the beginning stages right now, or maybe they're kind of on a quest to maybe kind of see how they're going to do it and how they're going to approach it. But I do kind of feel like they are in the midst of actually doing it right now. Now for you, you got the Queen of Swords reversed. Now, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, when I see that, I kind of conclude that you may be kind of not really trusting your partner right now. I'm also feeling like there's maybe a lack of communication maybe between the two of you. And I also feel like, you know, maybe you currently are saying certain things to them that are maybe discouraging them or making them feel like you don't really trust them. I also feel like maybe some of your words are a little bit inflicting upon them or afflicting upon them. That maybe I'm also feeling that maybe some of the things that you say maybe makes them kind of not really trust you in terms of what you're saying. I'm also kind of picking up that maybe one day you say you're on board and then the next day you're like, no, this sounds stupid or this sounds dumb, I don't really want to do that. And then the next day you may be on board, and then the next day you may be back to that, you know, that verbally kind of letting them know that you really aren't ready or that you don't want to continue with this. And I feel like maybe that's why they got the Prince of Wands here, because they're kind of unsure of maybe like, you know, how to move forward or maybe what to do, because maybe they're manifesting something or maybe they're actually getting something done. And then you say, no, I'm not on board with that. And then they feel like, oh, now I have to go back and maybe redesign. Them thinking that maybe they need to redesign their trajectory or maybe redesign on how to move forward with the relationship. Maybe they feel like they can't, they're like kind of weighing options out because they're maybe in fear that maybe you're not completely there with them or on board with them. Now for what you guys' energy is together, you got here the Ace of Wands reversed. So I feel like back to what I was saying about you maybe not being on board and them trying to readjust their plan or how they're going about doing this. And I feel like that's why the Ace of Wands is there reversed, because I kind of feel like it feels like there's no maybe cohesion within the partnership right now, or there's no cohesion in terms of, okay, we're gonna do A, B, and then we're gonna do C, and then we're gonna get to D. So that's why I kind of feel like it's kind of up and down. There's not a clear kind of there's not a clear view in terms of how to move forward and what you guys want. And maybe you guys are on two different platforms right now. So then that can kind of add to not really coming together and maybe making a solidified decision. I feel like that's what's coming up for you guys here. Okay, so for what your partner wants from you, guys, got Temperance. So, oh God. Then what you want from your partner here is the Prince of Pentacles reverse. So when I see these two cards, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, I'm kind of concluding that maybe your partner kind of wants you just to chill out, just to relax, and to also just trust in, you know, trust in the process, I feel. I also feel like maybe your partner, maybe, I don't know why I'm kind of picking up that maybe you guys, your partner wants you to maybe be more spiritual or to maybe trust the process in terms of on a spiritual sense. I'm really picking up here that maybe your partner is maybe starting a church or maybe starting something new or starting something that's to do with the spirit realm, whether that'll be, you know, tarot, whether that'll be just guidance in general, whether that'll be a church, whether that'll be a function, whatever the case may be, along the lines of, I hate to say spiritual and religion because those are two separate things, but both of those ideas together, something like that in terms of assisting people upon a spiritual journey of some sort. And I feel like maybe they want you to trust in that process. And maybe you feel like it doesn't seem like it's promising because it does require faith. And I feel like maybe there's a little bit of lack of faith from your end. That's kind of what they want you to do, or they want you to trust in that process. Now for you, from what you want from your partner, the Prince of Pentacles reversed. I'm kind of starting to pick up that maybe you want your partner to maybe not move so fast, maybe not move so quick, because maybe they are moving a little bit quick in terms of what they're trying to do, and you kind of see things like this is being done and this is being done, and then you're kind of like, whoa, hold on, no, wait. We're moving way too fast here. And I think that because that's why I think you came up as the Queen of Swords reverse, because maybe you're feeling like there's really no communication maybe between you guys, also kind of feeling like that maybe they do things and then you didn't really know about it, you guys didn't speak about it, and then it kind of throws you off. And I think that maybe that's why the Ace of Wands reversed here in terms of your guys' energy together, where it's kind of like you're kind of like, oh wait, we didn't talk about that, like why did you make that next step? I thought that's what we were going to do. We were going to talk about it before we make that next step. And I feel like they're not doing that. I'm also kind of picking up with the Prince of Pentacles reversed. Maybe kind of like you want them to maybe take a step back and maybe look at, maybe this isn't a promising thing in your perspective. So that's why you're kind of saying, oh, well, what if this doesn't work? Or what if this is not going to be something that's going to be good in the long run? And then that's when they're trying to tell you, just be faith, just have faith. I'm sorry, just have faith. This is going to work out. You know, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, I just want to let you know, like, if it doesn't work out, you guys can always try something else. There's always a way out of everything. I mean, unless you're in jail, it's a little bit different. But there's always a way out of everything, okay? We can move forward with anything. And as long as you guys trust each other, you guys can move forward within the relationship. And you guys have each other's backs. But this type of energy here, it's not conducive to a proper relationship in terms of trusting each other, in terms of having each other's back, I feel. So what you guys have for your current illusion, the Nine of Swords reversed. Now, when I see this card here, I'm kind of concluding that you guys maybe are hoping that this venture or this plan or whatever it is that you guys are trying to do, that it's going to kind of bring you out of feeling anxious or feeling like you can't depend upon the future in terms of what you guys are going to do. I'm also picking up that maybe the current illusion with the Nine of Swords reversed is kind of like to have a little bit more faith in things and to not, okay, all right, thank you. I just got told, don't stress about it. When you feel like you're anxious or you feel like you can't continue on forward, like moving forward because you feel like maybe things are happening too fast or there's too much on your guys' plate right now, either one of you, since this is your guys' energy together, I want to say that it's a perception, okay? Whether or not you stay stagnant or whether or not you move forward, it's the same thing, okay? In terms of having faith, you have to put faith in things. And I feel like that's what it is. And I feel like either one of you are maybe throwing kind of negative thoughts into your head in terms of, okay, this is not going to work, this is not going to work. And just saying that and not actually moving forward with things kind of leads things to manifesting within that manner as to which you guys think it out. Whatever you think tends to actually happen and tends to move and in that manner, in that trajectory. So always keep that in mind, okay? So for your partner, in terms of what can assist him now, he got the Empress. And what can assist you right now, got the Eight of Swords here. And yeah, let's start there. So I feel like with the Empress here, it's kind of one of those things where your partner maybe just wants to create something new, wants to create something great, wants to create something that is refreshing. Also, that's going to move you guys forward. Maybe also kind of creating something that you guys can both trust in. I'm really picking up like a spiritual thing here. I'm picking up like it's something that's going to require a lot of faith. And whether or not it works out, I just feel like at least you need to maybe give your partner this chance to maybe try something. Because, you know, you can't always expect that only one of you is going to take the lead. And if one of you are always taking the lead, then you guys are going to have to, you know, speak about things because it shouldn't be like that. I mean, you guys should each have your own individual ideas in terms of how you want to move forward or your guys' plans. And you guys work on things together. You guys then plan how they're going to work. But if one of you is taking the lead all the time, the other one is maybe can become complacent and not want to move forward. And then I'm also picking up that if, like I was saying, if one of you guys take the lead and the other one kind of becomes complacent a little bit, that also means that that complacency is not going to, you know, be conducive to moving forward with one of your guys' plans, because then they're not going to have the drive to do it because they're complacent and they just kind of were like, oh, okay, well, whatever happens, happens. You know, one of those things, and they're not going to be able to actually have that vigor and that passion. So for you with the Eight of Swords here, I feel like with this card here, it's reminding you, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, to not look at the situation as being trapped. You know, as being like kind of, you don't have a choice within the relationship or don't have a choice within this this venture. And I'm really feeling like it's a perception as well. Both of these cards here, the Nine of Swords when it's upright and the Eight of Swords here, these are both perception cards. I mean, yes, feeling trapped or feeling like you can't move forward does bring out, you know, this to come in terms of the anxiety, in terms of the can't sleep and all of that. But this will never come if you decide that you're not trapped. So I'm going to show you something. See how the blindfold is over her eyes? And look at all the distances between the swords. This person is not trapped because she can easily, wiggle her way out of one of the swords or in the gaps between the swords. And I'm sorry, it's kind of blurry, but see, what is she bound to? What is she tied to? Really nothing. I mean, maybe a sword back there, but she wiggles up and down enough to cut the rope, So I kind of feel like that's sort of what's going on, is that maybe Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, you're feeling like you're trapped, but you're really not. And it's just a perception. And if you take that blindfold off, you'll be able to see things a lot clearer. And also, whenever you see blindfold on a character or someone within a card, it means that they choose to not see. They're choosing to stay within that stagnation. So for what the hidden agenda is, you guys got the Ten of Pentacles reversed. Now, when I see the Ten of Pentacles reversed, that immediately kind of makes me conclude that there is a lack of commitment. And that's funny how at the beginning when I said the Nine of Wands kind of had a little bit to do with that, with terms of being fearful of making a final commitment over something. And I feel like that's basically what's going on here with the Ten of Pentacles reversed. This card right here is a lack of commitment because, I mean, if you come all the way up, from all the Pentacles and you come all the way up to this point, to the Ten of Pentacles, and you actually get past the Nine of Pentacles, when whatever it is that you're striving for is actually right there in front of your face, then you kind of turn away from it. That's why the Ten of Pentacles, for me, at least, is a lack of commitment. It's a lack of not moving forward. And also, Ten of Pentacles reverse can also mean like just not wanting to give to a certain situation just because you just really don't want to give to the situation. You have more than enough to give, but just a negligence in doing so, which is still, in a sense, a lack of a commitment. Now, for what, excuse me, now for what your partner projects onto you, they got the Prince of Cups, and what you project onto your partner, you got the Five of Wands here. Now, with the Prince of Cups, I'm kind of concluding that, maybe your partner's trying or is attempting to be extremely, extremely patient with you. And also kind of concluding that, maybe because you're a little bit of a water sign, that it's sort of, you're iffy with your emotions in terms of what you want to do, maybe back to, the lack of commitment in a sense. So your partner is just trying to tell you to have faith in your partner, and just to know that things are going to be okay. And even if they're not, you guys can work together and bounce back from it. That's what it's all about, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpios, working together. That's really what it is. That's why it's called a partnership, not a single ship. You know what I mean? And I feel like when you project the Five of Wands, I mean, the Five of Wands here, if you look at the card, everyone's fighting and they're arguing and they're not on the same page. And also, I consider the Five of Wands like a clash of wills in a sense, because if you look, everyone is fighting, but what are they fighting for? Really nothing. Like, there's just a lot of smacking going on and everyone really doesn't know what to do. I feel like that's kind of what's going on within maybe your relationship. Or maybe you're projecting that onto your partner in terms of maybe making your partner feel or getting frustrated, and where maybe this leads to arguments, which also can lead to the Ace of Wands here with you guys' energy together in terms of not being on the same page and feeling like you guys can't move forward, or at least make that first step of moving forward. I think that's all I'm getting from the reading here. Yeah, okay, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. As I told you guys at the beginning, see the description box if you guys like to book a private reading, so we can look at both of your guys' energy, and we can put it together and see what concludes or how you guys can move forward. I believe that that's the best way to actually do it, and to just see where things are, and it's going to all resonate with you and pertain to your unique situation, okay? Okay, I think that's it. That concludes your reading. All right, you guys. God bless and love and light.